Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. And welcome to our match preview show for the Merseyside derby. Probably the most important Merseyside derby, I would say. Well, at least in recent memory, of course, because normally Everton are shite and Liverpool are shite. Not normally, but this season we are shite, which has put us down to Everton's level, which means this is probably the most important Merseyside derby of all time. Not only in recent memory, anyway. But guys, let me know how you're feeling about, of course, derby weekend. I know some people may be, nervous. I know some people may be excited. I know I'm excited for the game. It always is a huge, huge game. Anyway, against Everton, no matter where the two teams are in the league, of course. But guys, please do let me know how you are all doing this evening. Seamus Morzin saying good evening. Hello, Seamus. Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Chris says, hi, lad. Hope you're well. Glad you managed to stay awake. For God, I've slept twice, Chris. Go away, lad. I have this enough from all the lads and that. So, yeah, but apologies as well for being a little bit late. I thought I put the starting 11 graphic on the thing, and I didn't save it, and it was lost, so I had to remake it, and that, which was terrible on my part anyway. But yeah, it's it's one of these Merseyside derbies where this is a lot riding on it realistically, because of course Liverpool challenging for top four instead of challenging towards the title, which in recent memories I think it's Liverpool have been right up there, haven't they? But this season, of course, we are fighting with everyone. This year we're doing, we're fighting with, Chelsea, Everton, Leicester, these types of teams. It's going to be very, very complex, end of the season, realistically. And we need to start winning games as well, because, well, Liverpool haven't been winning games at all recently, have we? And it's been absolutely terrible, sorry. And it's just, we need to get back to winning ways. Of course, we won midweek against Leipzig, which was, absolutely fantastic. But I would love to carry that Champions League form into the Premier League and actually get 3 points anyway as well. Steve says, I think every other derby this season it was probably be a ball fest, but hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully not. I know that Liverpool and Everton are normally either 1-1 draws or a 0-0, which I think many of you guys would probably be predicting, of course. But I think it's probably, I think Liverpool, not to spoil the prediction, but I think we will get the win. Of course, as to be fair, I always predict Liverpool are going to win because I'm confident. We have been playing terrible recently, of course, but I'm doing good. How is everyone? Hello, Mark. Hopefully, well, I know you're doing fantastic, but glad that everyone else is having a fantastic day as well. The 1892 Reds podcast. I hope you're good, mate. Up the Reds. I'm doing very fantastic. So close to 100 subs. Please help us out. Yeah, guys, please go and subscribe to the Reds, the 1892 Reds podcast. Great guys over there. I have to get them back on if I don't fall asleep, of course. But yeah, please, guys, please go and subscribe over on the lads channel. What else we have? Chris says, my prediction is 0-0. Media overhyped these games. Got draw written all over it. Hopefully I'm wrong and we win. But yeah, hopefully. Dave is in as well. Hello, Dave. Hopefully on a fantastic day, mate. He's gone with a 2-1 Liverpool win. Very, very interesting. Mark says hello to Dave as well. Chris says, I always predict us to win or draw, never predict us to lose. Yeah, you should never predict us to lose, of course. Mark, hope you're well, mate, says Dave. Sima says, I think we will just nick it 1-0 Salah to score. To be fair, he's the only Liverpool player at the minute that likes scoring, apart from Sadio Mane, of course, because Mane did get the goal, or the second goal anyway, in midweek. Doug is in saying good evening. Hello, Doug. Hopefully you're on a fantastic day, mate. Mark says, I'm good, thanks. And he says 2-1 sounds good. Yeah, I think a Liverpool win would sound very, very good. It just would be, wouldn't it? And, like we said, is this the most important Merseyside derby in history? Recent memory, yes, I would say. As Doug said here, Liverpool 26-0 to Everton. Last time they won a trophy was 26 years ago. Well, to be fair, I've got a nice little graphic to, if I take Doug's comment off, and I know Tom's here as well. So as that says, and I did nick it from a banter page, but I'll just leave that there. F all since 1995 sounds about right. I'm probably going to get just destroyed later on, maybe. But look, it is going to be a close one. We all know how close, Merseyside derbies are normally at Goodison, but thankfully this is at Anfield. But then yet again, you have that factor of, yes, we're at Anfield, but there's no crowd to, terrorize Everton as there normally is, which will probably be a huge, key for the Everton, I would say, because of course they haven't been to Anfield yet without a crowd. So it will be telling really to find out what this Everton squad can do, because in my opinion, if you shut down Dominic Calvert-Lewin, which Carlo Ancelotti today said that he is going to be fit and ready for the derby. I think if you shut Calvert-Lewin down, then I think you shut down Everton completely. Then they don't have anyone else, in my opinion, that can actually get him the goals. I think Richarlison is overrated and overhyped. I don't think he's good at all. And then you've got Iwobi. You've got Bernard, I know Gylfi Sigurdsson. I know many people, Evertonians as well, they either like Gylfi Sigurdsson or they despise Gylfi Sigurdsson. So, I'm probably wrong with that, to be fair. Probably all Evertonians hate, Gylfi Sigurdsson. But at the end of the day, I think if you do shut down Calvert-Lewin, that is the main threat for you guys, then I do think that, it should be a Liverpool win. Fingers crossed anyway. Watch friggin' Bernard now score a hat-trick after I've said all of that as well. Doug says, like, share, and subscribe to the Cop Council. Yeah, if you could, please do. Be absolutely appreciated. Tom says, will be a close one. Well, hopefully not. I'm hoping to God it isn't a board draw, because I can't be arsed sitting around nervous. And like, if Everton nick a goal as well, then I'll just be fuming, and I won't show my face for about a week. Anyway, to be fair, Chris says hopefully Curtis Jones winner again. Yeah, and to be fair, moving on to like the next topic then really, and that's talking about, of course, like who should be playing, and like who I think has played well over the last couple of weeks. Of course, Curtis Jones, being right up there with one of our best players this season. I think he's just been absolutely tremendous. I think this man as well, and Ozan Kabak, I think, of course, played last week his debut against Leicester. Thought he had a very, very solid game against them. Of course, then played in the Champions League and had another solid game. Was even man of the match, as you guys know, on our match reaction to the Ajax game, to the Leipzig game. It's he was brilliant that game, in my personal opinion. And I think for being 20 years of age and being so just like he has so much room to develop. I know it's only 2 games in, but you can see the quality there, and you can already see why the likes of Jurgen Klopp want him. You can see why he was so highly rated then, being one of the best up and coming youngsters. Even though he was playing for Schalke, a team that is playing abysmal football really. And I think all of us really could see the potential in him realistically. And I think if he continues the form he's currently on, I think Liverpool will sign him before the season's even over, in my opinion. I think we'll end up signing him on the permanent deal, of course. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, of course. And as well, the added bonus of today as well, we got to see, if I can show this on your screen. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it says to play again, but yeah, as you can see, we had the likes of Virgil van Dijk, and all this being played for us today, which was absolutely fantastic to see. Just seeing Virgil and Gomez, Joey Gomez, of course, rehabbing together. We all know that they would both be doing this, which is a very, very good thing, because just watching Virgil kick a football just wants me to go like, can't we just play him with one knee? Oh, I meant to remove that. Yeah, can't we just play him with one knee? Like, please. Like, I want to play Virgil van Dijk. I want to see him play football again, very, very soon. and I just want him to be, in this squad, because let's just imagine where we would be right now if we had Van Dijk for the season. And we already know it's going to get mentioned because, of course, it's Sky Sports doing the commentary. But, of course, they're going to mention the Pickford and Van Dijk incident. And to be awfully honest with you, it's done and dusted now. It is what it is. Yes, should Pickford have got a sent off? Yes, he should have. Did he mean it? No, of course he didn't. But it's going to get mentioned 12, 15 times, isn't it? Throughout the day. And that's just hope that, Liverpool, there won't be any bad injuries for Liverpool in this game, of course, because that would just be the top of it. I think even Jurgen was speaking about it today. We'll get on to Jurgen's comments in a brief moment, but yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? How the game goes. Chris says my lineup: Alisson, Trent, Kabak, Phillips, Robertson, Henderson, Thiago, Jones, Salah, Firmino, Mane. But we know Henderson will start at centre back. We will get talking about starting predictions in a brief moment. So we have Sheffield United away, Chelsea home, Fulham home, Leipzig at home too. Says Doug. Chris says hopefully Liverpool form continues to brighten up. I like what you did there. Ben is in saying yes, no, Connor. Yes, if all of you guys were in the last stream, Ben's been reinstated, as you could probably see in the chat. So well done, Ben, on that aspect of things. Doug says hi to Ben as well, and then Ben says all right to Doug. Retep, I think that's how you say it. Says hello. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, mate. But yeah, if I can quickly find Jurgen Klopp's comments, because I did have them saved, and then I wanted to show that. So yeah, practically I've lost the comments that he made today in today's press conference. Of course, and looking at the the fixture things as well. Where are we by? Here we go. Right, so this is what Jurgen had to say, of course, on a brief player that has been missing over the last couple of weeks, and that is this man, Mr. Naby Keita. Of course, you can see him training there alongside Thiago and Mo Salah. I can't quite tell who that is. I think that's probably Kostas Tsimikas, if I'm right in that. But of course, Naby lad. I think we've missed Naby lad, over the last couple of weeks. And to be fair, this is what Jurgen had to say today about Naby lad. Here we go. So yeah, Klopp on Naby. Naby trained yesterday, so we will see. Fabinho, no, he is not in training. Millie and Thiago, closer, but not close enough for the weekend. So we got a little bit of news about Naby, and we also got news about Fabinho as well. I think we all knew that Fabinho, it would be a no-go for Fabinho in this game anyway. It's a shame, and it is a real shame, because I think, Chris, sorry, he put it out there that we all expect Jordan Henderson to be playing at centre back, which I know all of us, we don't want Jordan Henderson at centre back, but it is what it is at the moment, isn't it? And I think realistically, if Fabinho was fit and ready, then of course he would be in at centre back for us. But time will tell, of course, whether or not we will play Henderson at centre back. Maybe Jurgen might trust Kabak after 2 games, maybe. But yeah, time will tell, of course, with that. But what do we have up here? Tom says 1-1, but I've got a feeling you will just batter us in the second half. So he's gone for 3-1. I think that's with Liverpool, of course. Boo, says Tom as well. Tom says get Ben off. Ben's gone with I'm going for either a heavy 0-0 or 3-2 to the Reds. I would much prefer the 3-2, to be awfully honest with you. Doug's gone for Adrian. Doug, Alisson's fit. That was going to be the next thing. I hate you so much. I just read the rest of that. And then joking, you son of a bitch. I hate you so much. Carry on, Tom. Carry on, Tom, and I will type you out. Ben, behave. I've given you the privilege of it back. And that. But the Doug's real team is Ali, Trent, Kabak, Henderson, Robertson, Genie, Thiago, Jones, and then Mane, Salah, and Firmino. as well. Retep, I'm not going to read that comment out, lad. A massive must-win game. Yeah, it is, Mark. Without a shadow of a doubt, it is a huge, huge game as well. Yeah, I'm not reading that comment. But yeah, it's one of these things where it is a huge game. Look, like I said at the beginning of the video, any Merseyside derby, it's huge, and it is huge. But at the end of the day, it's more important, I think, than ever for us to get the win. I don't even think a draw would be, even good then realistically for us. It is a must win just to get us back on track, because of course Chelsea's gone over us now in the top four battle. Of course they have they've regenerized themselves, even if that's a word. But yeah, they've been given a boost by Thomas Tuchel and that at the moment. But it's honestly, it is just a must-win game for us. I don't think we can hide behind that anyway. Ben says, can't wait for the corporate refs to screw us out of another deserved win against the Blue Shites. Yeah, of course, VAR, screwing us up that day. I always liked to wind you up. Yes, you always do. To be fair, Mark says, I hate our defense stance as of late. I don't even think like this season. I don't even think it's defensive wise we've been poor. It is attacking wise. The only goal scorer we've had this season that's kept up his numbers is Mo. Mo is exceeding his numbers at the minute. I believe on goals expected, he could reach 40. I think it's like 45 goals this season, 46 goals. Which, if he did that throughout all competitions, would be fantastic, realistically. And could he break his own record of 32 Premier League goals? Who knows? I think he could, without a shadow of a doubt. But then it's the likes of Bobby and Sadio. Can they get their numbers back up realistically? And I think, potentially, yes, because I think Sadio can do it. Of course, Sadio is, for me, he is Liverpool's main man. I love Sadio Mane, but time will tell, of course, with that anyway. What else do we have? Didn't mean to read that comment. Where we buy? Chris says, we have to finish top four to attract players every game. It's a must win. I think that was day before derby. I can't sleep, says Chris. Ben says, any person, whoever remotely thinks Mane was offside for the winning goal in the last game needs to go and watch a different sport. They deserve to lose, and was saved by the corporate FA. And then, yeah, I agree. Celebrated the 2-2, the Scruffs. Yeah, look, it wasn't offside. It wasn't. Everton fans, and to be fair, like, I think most Everton fans were thinking to themselves that it was lucky. It was luck. Then realistically, that uh, Tom, I've seen that comment bounce straight up. You can get in the bin, sunshine. VAR doesn't lie. Tom, try it. If something happens with VAR this weekend, and we hear from you that VAR is terrible and all like that, I don't want to hear it from you, Tom. I don't even want to hear it from you. So, get in the bin, as I like to say. Seema says, I think having a proper centre back in Kabak is a huge boost. Hopefully, he can carry his good form in midweek into tomorrow's game. That's if he starts. I think he will start. I think, Klopp's going to try and get in this run of games now that we've got. And I think probably Kabak is probably the number one centre back at the minute for us, which, just shows where we are at the moment in terms of, centre backs. Of course, we've got Ben Davies to come in and hopefully take over that left side centre back. But, I think Jurgen is trying to teach him the ways very, very quickly. It's hard to play from a low blocking team to a high line defensive team. So, I think Jurgen's just trying to, find out the basics with him anyway. In my opinion, of course, but might be keeping him for different reasons. anyway. But Ben says it was a goal, Tom, a fair and square goal, and should never have been disallowed. I agree. Absolutely agree. And then, well, Tom says, to be honest, I thought it was a goal when I first seen it. I think you thought it was afterwards as well. Want you Kabak? Oh, for God's sake, Doug! I want you Kabak. I want you Kabak for good. For God's sake. Oh, bloody hell, man. I love that, to be fair. I can see Man United for life saying Liverpool in the mud. Realistically, when did you last win a Premier League title? When did you last win a European title? I'm just going to leave that there. But, I always love a United fan coming in. Like, they just, like, when we think about it, Manchester United should be, fighting with Manchester City for the title. You've had no injuries. You've had no excuses. So what is your excuse for not fighting? Just saying. You've had probably the most informed Premier League player this season, and you're still in the middle ground. So, it's nice to see you, but bye-bye. But yeah, moving on to starting 11s then. This is my starting 11 for, of course, tomorrow's game. I think, I've gone a bit wild, and I have gone a bit wild in picking Phillips. Of course, I don't think that Liverpool will go with Phillips, but this is the team that I want to see play against Everton. And you may be looking at it and be thinking, well, I see no Gini Wijnaldum there. For me personally, I think Gini Wijnaldum needs a rest. I think he's played so much football since probably, September time that it's been, ridiculous. I think it's probably been, one of the most chaotic seasons. And I think Gini for us has been, he has just been the player that's just been there and not been injured. I think it's probably Gini and Bobby, I think, are the only two Liverpool players that have not either had, an injury or got COVID. So, I think he does need a rest at some point. It probably won't happen in this game, realistically. But I just think that this would make so much sense. Moving Henderson back into midfield. I think that probably Everton would probably go more direct as well, with the likes of Calvert-Lewin in there, and just try and win a header and win, like that. But, I do think it would be, probably Henderson at left centre back, and then probably Gini Wijnaldum in that sixth role. But, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would like this team. I would like Henderson back in the midfield. I'd like Thiago bossing the midfield like he did in the reverse game this season. And again, I would like Curtis Jones to show what he has been doing so far this season and just killing it in midfield, because he is going to be a superstar for Liverpool the way he's playing at the moment. And I think he will continue to be playing well this season, because probably he could be a shout up there for player of the season, maybe. But to be fair, I think, it's either going to go to probably Mo, Robbo, or Fabinho, in my opinion, to be fair. But Ben says Hendo will start at centre-back tomorrow. It's inevitable at this point. Yeah, it is, to be fair. Sadly, Henderson will play in midfield, at defence, sorry. Chris says, great minds think alike, same lineup as me. We both know what we're talking about. I wouldn't say that, to be fair. I think some of us can make some wild shouts. I know I can make some definite wild shouts. But yeah, like, I would love it. I'd love it to be a Henderson back in midfield, to be fair, Chris. Doug says Wolves winning 1-0, 15 minutes to go. Very, very interesting. I forgot Wolves playing Leeds tonight, of course. Mark says, is Ben Davies fit? I think he trained, but I don't think you'll see him for a while, because, like I said, I think Liverpool, Jurgen anyway, is trying to teach him, the Liverpool way of playing football in terms of, the high line. Because I think as soon as Klopp thinks Davies is ready, I think he'll just be thrown in. I don't think there will be, him coming off the bench, like if we're winning a game or something like that. I think he will just be thrown straight in there and will be worked like that. And I think maybe he might get played against maybe a Sheffield United or something like that. A game where they might not come at us so much, really. But, maybe I would like, maybe Ben Davies would be good to start for this game, but I don't think, in a derby anyway, that he will get played, of course. But Chris says, I would start Davies against bottom half of the table teams. Yeah, I would agree. Chris, to be fair, yep, great minds think alike. But realistically, I think the most important thing is going to be if we can actually finish our chances. I know over the last couple of years, not so much at Anfield, but especially at Goodison, where we've had, like the 0-0 draws and the 1-1 draws, and we've been, and I think we've looked back at the games and gone, if we had finished this moment of the game, then, it could have been a completely different story. And I think it could be, just other bits and pieces as well, where, this could have happened and this could have happened. If we can get our finishing on point, like we did against Crystal Palace earlier on the season, then I think, the floodgates could open, of course. But, time will tell, of course, in that situation, of course. But Ben says, Klopp has never rushed players into the team and has always paid off. For example, Fabinho, Davies' use to playing in a low block defence and needs time to adjust to the high line defence. Yep, absolutely agree with you on that, Ben. I can see the next comment. To be fair, I think that's a mad name. But hello. If anyone else can see that in the chat, of course. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts anyway. Let me know your score prediction as well in the comment section right now before I do head off, because tonight it's only going to be a short stream. A nice little half an hour one tonight for you guys. For me, again, it's like the same with you guys. It's going to be one or two, tails. It's either going to be a 0-0 boring draw, or what I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for a 2-0 Liverpool win. Like I said, I think if you shut Calvert-Lewin out, I don't think Everton have another player that can threaten us in the same way as much. But of course, it will be very, very interesting to see what we can do against Everton. Hopefully, we can finish off our chances. Hopefully, we can, just end the game. Even if it's 1-0, just maybe grind it out. Maybe hopefully get that result, and not do what we did against Leicester. Play beautiful and brilliant football until friggin' 70 minutes and then just completely capitulate and just fall apart. I don't want that from Liverpool tomorrow anyway. But it's why it's made no sense to play both of them. Kabak against City, I think you're trying to say about there because you put it down below, Ben. Against City, they had no time to train and he had no clue about the system, and they wouldn't have been thrown in against the best team in the Prem. Doug says, I agree with that as well, Ben. Doug says 26 nil. Yeah. Mane 10 goals, Salah 10 goals, and Bobby with 6 goals. I'd love to see that, to be fair. Wow, sounds great. Says who said that? Mark said that, sorry. Doug says, nah, I'm joking. Liverpool 2, Everton 1, Calvert-Lewin for them, Salah and Henderson for Liverpool. I'd like that, to be fair. Either boring draw or goal fest, says Chris. Yeah, I'm just going to go simple 2-0 with Liverpool win. I think Mo is going to get a goal again and continue his goal-scoring form. And I'm going to go for a Thiago goal as well. I think it would be beautiful if Thiago could get a goal, to be fair. In my personal opinion, it would be absolutely fantastic as well. Why is these little that word with these mad names coming into the stream? I don't know, Benjamin. I do not know why they are coming into the stream. But guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone that has tuned in towards the stream, even the mad people with the mad names. I do very much appreciate it, as always. But if you could do me the massive favor and please give the video a like, it's very much appreciated if you could do so. Also, as well, if you are new to the Cop Council and watching us for the first time, then please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to enable notifications, because YouTube, for some mad reason, hate notifications, and it's a part of their algorithm, and it's all messed up, realistically. But that's just hope that we can get the win tomorrow. That's just hope that we can just destroy the blue and white shites, the Evertonian wankers, as I think we all like to call them, We could call them a lot worse, but the blue and white shites, of course, and show them realistically that game back, at Goodison a couple of months ago, that was their closest chance of beating us. And if we absolutely destroy them, we get to take the piss out of them, which would be absolutely fantastic, to do anyway. Of course, in our friendship group as well, it would be good as well. Ben says subscribe to the Dugout as well. Yeah, please go and subscribe to Doug. Them mad accounts should subscribe. If you could, please then hit that subscribe button. Chris says, hopefully we will win. Hopefully we run away, run all over them, get them tackles flying in. Thiago will get booked tomorrow. I think that's more of a guaranteed. Thiago to make the first tackle tomorrow. I think that's a guarantee. And before we go, John is in as well. Hello, John. Hopefully you're on a fantastic day, mate. We're just heading off, sadly. But, rewind, watch the stream, and hopefully you enjoy it as well, mate. But until next time, guys, and it will be tomorrow for the match reaction to hopefully Liverpool, victory. Hopefully we do get the win against Everton and we can talk about a bloody win at Anfield finally. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the COP Council, and I will see you all next time. Traret.